Today, guys, we're going to take this image and we're going to make a Valentine's Day greeting card. We're going to be using one sheet of glossy sticker paper, that's 11 by 17, and also a piece of cardstock that is also 11 by 17. All right, so without further ado, let's get started.
Hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Please ensure to like, share, and subscribe. And also click the bell notification in the top right-hand corner to be made aware anytime I upload tutorials or videos to YouTube. All right, let's craft together.
All right, guys, here we are inside Canva. We're going to click on Create a Design, and we're going to select Custom Size. Now, if you've not used 17 by 11 before, or if you don't have a printer large enough for 17 by 11, you're just going to take whatever largest size you have and you're going to divide it by 2. All right. So I'm using the 17 by 11, but I'm really going to be making an 8.5 by 11 greeting card. Okay. So to get this size, you would just come here and you would change this drop down arrow from pixels to inches, and then you would put a 17 width and an 11 height, and then click on Create New Design. Now, once you get in to Canva and you have your slide ready, you're going to go to Uploads on your left side, and we're going to bring in our image from that we saved from Midjourney. And I'm going to remove this background, but before I do that, when you look at the top of her head, it'll look like it's slightly cut off. So we're going to select the image, and then from the menu, we're going to select Edit. And then from the Magic Studio, we're going to scroll here to the right and select Magic Expand. Now here you can do a free form, you can expand the whole page, you can do a 1-to-1 ratio, but I'm just going to pull it up right here where you have the little handle, white handle on the right. I'm just going to pull it up a little bit, and then I'm going to come over and click this purple and white expand button. Now that keeps us from having the top of her head cut off. And you can do that with the top of the image, the bottom of the image, or on the sides of the image, like if her arm was halfway cut off. But you do have to have the paid version of Canva to use the magic um, functionality of Canva. All right. So now that we have um, expanded the top of her head, we're now going to do a background remover. So you no longer have to go out of Canva to remove the background. You can do it right from here in Canva. Again, anything with the crown, you have to have Canva Pro, which is the paid version of Canva. So we're going to move her over here, and then we're going to shift her up just a little bit. All right. So we're going to put her there. Now that I've removed the background, I want my own background. And I'm going to show you one of the elements that I really love to use when I'm making greeting cards. So I'm going to go to Elements, and you can search for Valentine background, and it will come up when you click on See All. So if you scroll down, it's right here. And again, this is a Canva Pro functionality. All right. So what I'm going to do is first, I'm going to change the background to black. All right. So you may say to yourself, well, I wouldn't want to use black because you can't really see her too well. So that's where our elements come in. And we're going to go ahead and place that element on the screen. And then we're going to say replace background. All right. So now there is the front of our greeting card and the back of our greeting card. Now I'm going to duplicate this. And if you don't want to make the design go across the full page, then what you can do is you can detach the image from the background, and you can go here to position, not position, I'm sorry. You can take that black background away just by changing it to white. And then we're going to take this here and we're going to position it. Okay, it doesn't like that either. Okay, so we'll move it over just like this and down. And we don't want it larger than an 8.5 by, excuse me, we want to make sure this is 8.5 by 11. Okay, so that's 8.5 by 11. All right, so that's just taking up the front part of the card. There's nothing on the back. Excuse me. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that background and I'm going to say layer, center back. So that places her in front of it. And then for the black, if you do want to use the black, you're just going to select a shape, and you can go to elements and search for shapes, but here's one that I've used before. So I'm just going to select it. I'm going to change that color to black, right? And then again, we're just going to drag that down to 8.5 by 11. Eight and a half. I get it right on the money and then I move my hand, y'all. Alrighty. Okay. I'm just gonna move it over. And then again we're gonna click on that shape and we're gonna layer and we're gonna send backwards. And let me try that again. Layer, send it back. All right. And now we're going to have her on the front. And it looks like my thing is a little bit off. There we go. All right. So now this will only take up the front of the card. There'll be nothing on the back. This is the perfect time if you do want to put something on the back. You could use that square again, and you could come into the middle of the back of the card, bring that down, and say for instance, I'm going to make this red. Say, for instance, I want to add my Candora's Creative Crafts. I can place that inside this box, or you can say to the love of my life or from the love of my life. You know, just make sure you downsize it so that it fits nicely inside of your box. All right. So that would be the front and the back of the card. The only thing that will print on the back is, you know, whatever you want to put on the back. And you can also just do the name itself. You don't have to put the box. However, if you were doing it here, you would need that box because it's going to interfere with the wording here. So I would do like, you know, a box that will box color that will really stick out, and then put the name in the middle. All right, so now that we have that, I'm going to go here and I'm going to delete this one because we're not going to use it. Right, and now we're going to add a page. Now this page we're going to change to white. And this is where you would have the greeting, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the element that I was using and I'm going to put that here on this side. So we got 8.5. Let's see if I can get it to, it doesn't like me. Let's click on arrange and we're going to change this to 8.5 by 11. There we go. All right. So now we have that at 8.5 by 11, and then we're going to go and I'm going to take this image I'm going to share it, download. We're going to save it as a PNG, and we are going to change this to one, done, and download. So what we're going to do is I'm going to open this up, and I'm going to select ChatGPT, and I'm going to bring that image in by clicking on the, all right, ChatGPT, the little plus sign, and I'm going to say upload from computer, and I'm going to grab my image, and I'm going to ask ChatGPT, based on this image, please write the wording for the inside of this greeting, Valentine's Day greeting card from her to him. All right, so we're going to let ChatGPT do the heavy lifting. So we said, based on this image, please write the wording for the inside of this Valentine's Day greeting card from him to her. And then this is what ChatGPT returned. My love, from the moment our souls intertwined, you've been the fire in my heart, the rhythm in my pulse, and the whisper in my dreams. Every glance from you melts away the world, and every touch reminds me that love, our love, is magic. Today and always, I give you my heart, just as I hold yours close to mine. You are my forever, my always, my greatest love, with all of me, yours forever. All right, so what we do, if we like it, then we can just go ahead and copy it. If we don't, we can continue to talk to ChatGPT and say, could you please refine it to include whatever you feel is missing? Okay. And then it'll rewrite it. So we're going to go ahead and copy it just to save time. And then we're going to come here to Canva and we're going to right click and paste it. All right. So now we're going to decrease it in size. Let's take that over and hold on, y'all. I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to do the whole thing. Okay. That looks like it's still one. And there we go. All right, so we're going to increase the size here, and then we can play around with it. So we're going to take out this part because we don't need that. And we're going to say, my love. I'm going to shift that to the left. And then we're going to say, from the moment our souls intertwine, you've been the fire in my heart, the rhythm in my pulse, and the whisper in my dreams. We're going to space, and we're going to say, let's click off of it. We're going to say, every glance from you melts away the world, and every touch reminds me that love, okay, and every touch reminds me that love, our love is magic, okay, today and always. I give you my heart just as I hold yours close to mine. You are my forever, my always, my greatest love, with all of me, yours forever. And then we're going to take this and delete it. All right. So now that we have that, we can change the color. And let's go with the red. I'm going to bold it. And let's change the font. Now, this is where, guys, you really want to watch when you're using the cursive prints, because if I use Brittany, it's kind of hard to tell what that says. All right. So it's not really legible. So if it was just a one-liner like "My love," "Will you be my Valentine's," then that's fine. But when you want somebody to read, like this much text, use a script or font that is a little bit more legible. So I like this Baccara script. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But anywho, I like that. I like this script because it looks fancy, but it's legible. All right, so we're going to come down and we're going to increase that size just a little bit. Now, I've already done this, right? So I'm not going to be using the inside of this, but I wanted to show you how I got here. All right, so you can take this and, you can make it to the left. You can leave it here in the right. Totally up to you, how you want to do that. Um, we could come down and bring yours forever. That one is falling off. So you could do it this way. Totally up to you how you want to do it. I'm just showing you how you can use ChatGPT to come up with those words. And then it's easier for you to fill in what you feel is missing than to have to write the whole thing if you're not really good with this kind of stuff. Let ChatGPT kind of help you out a little bit. Okay. So now we have the inside of our card and we have the outside of our card. All right. So the printing of the inside of the card is going to be the same as the outside of the card. So I'm going to show you how to print the inside of the card. You'll just ditto and do the same thing for the the inside of the card. Okay. So I'm going to put the lady in black holding part. That just gives me a description instead of saying Valentine's because you'll probably end up with a bunch of Valentine's greeting cards. So this gives me more of a descriptive of what this file is, and I'm just going to save. All right, so this is what we have. This is the the outside of our card and the back. And this is the inside of our card and the back, or the inside, on the left side of our greeting card. Now, you don't have to do this. I just think it blends in nicely from the front of the greeting card to make it cohesive. But again, you don't have to do it. Okay. So now that we have that, we're going to click on share. And I'm going to do one at a time. So I'm going to download. Well, since I've already did the um, outside of the card, I'm going to do the inside with you. So we have PNG, and we're going to change this to page 2. Done. And here we're going to say transparent background because we don't want, this part to not be transparent. And then we're going to download. All right, so there's our file. So there's our inside of our greeting card. And again, it won't show black back there. That's just because I selected transparent background. All right. So now that we have that, we're going to go here and we're going to print this out. So to print this out, I'm going to select my print option here on the top left. I'm going to select that. I'm using my HP OfficeJet Pro 7740, which is an inkjet printer. And I'm just going to select here tabloid because we are printing on 11 by 17 and you want to make sure the orientation is landscape. And we're using stationery, which is actually the plain paper setting. And I'm going to click on more settings. All right, so we have it on landscape. We got it on 11 by 17 stationery. Our paper tray is going to be the main. Our output quality, we want the highest quality. And then I have it on borderless printing. You'll click OK. And at this point, you're ready to click on print. So I'm going to go ahead and load my paper in, and then I'm going to click on print. So I'll meet you at printer now. And like I said, you'll just duplicate the printing of it. You'll just go to the inside of the card and do the same thing I just showed you here to print the outside of the card. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get our paper loaded. And we're again using glossy sticker paper. So we're going to put that
in there like that. Close it up. And we're going to let it know we're ready to rock it and roll. So once that comes out, guys, we're going to be placing it onto cardstock. So I'm just going to be putting it onto a piece of cardstock, and then we're going to have the writing put on, or add the writing, and we'll be done. And because we're using high quality and glossy paper, it does take a minute to print out, but the output should be beautiful. All right, I'm gonna pause it. Okay, here it comes. I was gonna say I was gonna pause it until it starts coming out, but here it comes. Oh, the colors are popping. Now, printing on glossy sticker paper, 11 by 17 is not going to always be ideal because you can really go through your ink really quickly. So I do want to put that out there. But, you know, if you have those special occasions where you want to create a greeting card for, you know, in this case, Valentine or birthdays or a wedding or something like that, this is the route to go. At least I think anyway. Oh, y'all, those colors are popping. Look at those colors. They're so glossy. It's glossy. Almost done. I think that black and red, and then with her being dressed in black and holding a red heart, it's really popping, y'all. Let me see if I can get it to stay up. Y'all look at that. All right, guys, so we have the inside of our card here. And so what we're going to do is flip this over, and we're going to take this and let's see. We are going to, oh shoot, y'all. I think I got it wrong. No, that's right. That's right. I was about to scream. All right, we're going to take our sticker paper, and we're going to put our sticker paper on the back side of the cardstock. Now, I do want to say this part right here, guys, is crucial that you try to get it lined up the first time because it's unforgiving. So it's not going to let you like peel it up and start again if you mess up. So do your best. I like to peel it back and, you know, do it that way so I can try to get it lined up before I actually let it touch my cardstock. So hopefully you guys can see that. Let me just make sure we're golden, and we are. So I'm gonna try to make sure I get this on here as straight as possible. All right, I'm gonna start there. Oh shoot, I kind of came down too far, y'all. Oh well, can't fix that, but I can cut that little part off. They'll never know. All right, and then I'm gonna peel and roll. Peel or roll and press, shall I say. Roll it and press it. Roll it and press it. Roll it and press it. All right, and y'all can see how I'm off a little bit, but I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it. It's not gonna make a difference, and they'll never know. All right, so I'll cut that with my X-Acto once I'm done. But what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take our card and we're gonna fold it. In half from the cardstock side, guys. From the cardstock side, just like that. All right. And now I'm going to take and bring it back like that. And now we have our greeting card. All right. We have our beautiful greeting card. Let me take my scissors. Let me see if I can trim this up a bit because I was off with my paper when I laid it down. So it's not a deal breaker because it's not impacting my words. So y'all lay yours better down better than I did, okay? Learn from my mistake. So I'm just trimming off that excess white. I'm going to show you that we're still golden. Living my life like it's golden. All right, so now we trimmed it up. All right, so that's what it's looking like there. And then when we open it up, we have our words over here on the side where they're supposed to be. And then we have the love design from a Canva in there. And let me trim this little side right here. Because if I don't, it's going to keep sticking to my card because it's sticker paper. Sticker. All right, get off my finger. Get off of my finger. And then, guys, you don't even have to make an envelope for this. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be using. I ordered these envelopes from Amazon. I will link them in the description of this video tutorial. But I ordered these off Amazon, I want to say last year. And so that'll keep you from having to get make a card. All right, so here we have our card now, and it sits perfectly. Try not to let y'all see my tree is still over there. All right, so that's it, guys. And then I ordered these 9x12. It comes in 100 9x12 envelopes. It will be more than large enough to fit your 11x17, which now is 8.5x11, over into it. So I'm just going to place that in there, just like that, and then you seal it up. All right. And you can even put this through your printer, guys, and have your printer to print everything on there to make it look even nicer. But that is how I do a 8.5x11, where I still get that glossy look. where I still get that glossy look, even though my cardstock is even though my cardstock on one side is not glossy, but when you print on it, the ink will not stick. The ink just smears off. So that's why I decided to go with the cardstock by putting the glossy on the front of the cardstock and then having Canva to design out the back for me, and then having ChatGPT to create. And ChatGPT, you can ask it what should you put on the front of the card based on the image, and also what should you put on the inside of the card based on the image. So it will do both. Because I had words already on the card, I didn't want to overpower it with or overcrowd it with more words. So that's why I did not put anything on the front. I think the front speaks for itself. It's already beautiful, right? Would you agree? Y'all, look how pretty that is. So there was no need to add any additional words as far as I'm concerned. But you guys can put whatever you like on yours. And then when you open it up, there's the complete card. I love it. I absolutely love it. Guys, if you try this, post it in the group and let me see it. I like to see the stuff that you guys create if you are following a video tutorial that I put out there. So if you create this greeting card, I'll link the supplies that I use in the description of this video tutorial. Then please put it in the group so I can see it. All right? All right, guys, that's it. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. You guys know my motto is each one reach one so that each one can teach one. And you guys have an amazing day. Bye.